Welcome back to another MTGO Modern League with me, Magix, and this time we are trying out a Bant Ctrl Deck without Ice-fang, but still Uro and Arcum's Astrolabe, because still like Well of Summer and Uro is kind of busted, so let's go!
Push the goddamn button!
You heard what she said.
Okay, this will be an experiment today. I want to see how the deck will be performing when we don't play Ice-fang Ctrl, but more Snapcasters instead. Without Ice-fang Ctrl in the deck, you could cut Arcum's Astrolabe, but I still want to run Uro, and double green can sometimes be hard to get alongside double white and triple blue, so I think that Astrolabe helps in fixing that, and I mean, in the end it cantrips and protects you a little bit against Blood Moon, so I think it has still value in the deck. Yeah, and I just want to see how it goes without Ice-fang, because I was kind of disappointed a little bit in the last leagues. Once Upon a Time should be gone now. The sideboard is literally the same. I still like the 3 Well of Summer, 1 Mystical Dispute, all this package here against green and red decks, and yeah. Let's see how this goes. More opts means a little bit slimmer curve. So let's keep that in the dark with an opt and natural redraw, and we face against Titan. So we hope that he doesn't have Cavern of Souls. No Bounce Land here, but Zekura Tribe Scout. I can't find about that. 2 Tribe Scout means, I mean, he needs land drops and still a Titan, so it's not that bad right now. Let's go with the Fountain and opts. 2 more opts, no. That is what I'm searching for. Ship the turn back for now. Taking some beatings here for 2, it's fine. This is maybe a situation where Ice-fang is good, but we can still snap up next turn and then have a blocker at least. Yep, let's do that for now. Hold up Mana Leak here. He just wants to attack, that's fine by me. Means there's nothing really going on this side. Azusa. Could Mana Leak that actually. Then path one of these dorks. Maybe let's do that. Let's just stop the beating. Can also oust one of those. Can go to 10-2. Still have some breathing room here. This means no Titan. Okay. Now he could play Titan, but he doesn't. Let's go for Snap Opt here. Don't need the Force. Uro is okay. This gives us more incentive to trade the snap for a Tribe Scout, I guess. Just ship the turn back. We still have Deprive up, in case he plays a Titan here. Summoner's Pact, sure. Then you have to pay. So we can have a Titan next turn. But I don't think this turn. Not even with 2 bounce lands, I guess. Okay. Triple mana. Yeah. Well, let's risk it. If he doesn't have Cavern here, that's fine. He does nothing, okay. Can still trade here. I go to 10. Another snap. Could drop a Jace, but that is risky. You could drop a Narset and still hold up Deprive. And then search for what? There's no real need to search anything here, so I guess we just ship the turn back for now. Titan 2 unknowns. Sure, put me to 9. Okay, there's the bounce land again. Zuva. Oh. He does literally nothing. Well, could pass this. We could also draw some cards here. So we know that he has a land and a Titan in hand and 1 unknown. So let's dig for more lands. Find a Cryptic, sure. Could play the Uro out now, which I don't hate actually. Let's do that. Let's get the Uro into play. Oh. Can't I do that? Green, green. No, I can't really do that. Unfortunately, that is not possible here without Astrolabe because I need this Deprive still, so... Maybe then I should have played the Jace actually. Does still nothing. Still nothing. Well, then let's continue digging for lands, I guess. Let's try to... But there is the land. Then we finally play out the Uro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I missing? The Mana Leak is not good anymore. Let's play this Uro. Oh, yes. Nice yields. Put this into play. Attack for 2. Don't need this anymore. So he can go double Titan soon. But I think we are not dead against double Titan. We'll see. We still have 1 Uro to block. Can prevent at least 1 Titan. Okay, he does nothing. Well then, I think he can't win this anymore. Then Astrolabe, sure. Don't think I have to do anything here anymore. Don't need the Jace really. Pitch the Jace, that's a sign of strength. Second Titan. Okay. No Cavern, then he can't win. Aether Gust, Ashiok. Don't need that really. What do we cut here? 2 more cuts. Still like the Uro. The Detention Sphere seems to be too slow. I'm not sure about Narset. Still like the Force. Dovin's Veto also doesn't seem that great. Is there anything we want over Narset? Engineered Explosives can be okay on 1 to kill their Amulet and their mana dorks. But that's about it. Not sure I want that on the draw. Maybe on the play. Could also go for a Surgical. Could also go for a Surgical, but doesn't seem that great. So, Engineered Explosives, yes or no? It can also kill zombie tokens, that's for sure. That's kind of where Supreme Verdict comes into play. It's not that... I mean, if they have a strong Amulet start, the mana is not the things you want to kill, but you want to prevent the Titan. If they have Cavern of Souls, this doesn't matter at all, so... let's just try it like this. He will have Veil of Summer and stuff, so... rather weekend, because it doesn't have any counter spells nor a cantrip. It can find the Ashiok with Narset. Guess we keep. It's a weekend, but yeah, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter against Cavern. It's the Cavern and then you are kind of dead. Unless you draw Aether Gust or find a way to deal with the Cavern SAP. Doesn't attack. We have the Ashiok now. Question is if we have the time to use it. Probably not. Yep. Protects his Cavern. He has no blue mana here and no amulet, so... totally trade here. Not even close. Giant, okay. Then your turn. Nothing. Sure, let's grab the Astrolabe and go for more blue. Okay, can't play Titan soon, but we have path for that. Can also play Teferi here, that's pretty good. Well, he can't counter anything. Then he has to do something. Our graveyard for the Uro. Ship the turn back. Untap. So we have path up for Titan, he can't search. Sure, they're running Stirrings now again instead of Once Upon a Time. Yeah, next turn we slam the Uro. More Caverns, so he still has one other in hand. That doesn't matter anymore, now it's about this Ashiok. We can protect it with Force 2. So we don't have a spell for Sanctuary in the graveyard yet, so I guess go for the Uro here. Always yes, always yields. Still don't have a spell in the bin, so let's go like this. Ship the turn back. Uro next turn. Don't have to do it here now. And this is why I want to S the Astrolabe, so we get easier access to green mana. Tribe Scout, sure. Can kill the Narset. Okay. Let's not do this. Gives him a land, but I don't think it's a big deal here. Radiant Fountain, sure. Let's draw here. Get green here. Play out the Uro. 1, 2, 4, 5. Get extra land drop in, and yeah, ship the turn back. Don't have to do anything here. Just solid control game. Got our opening in the early game, so that's good enough. Let's put the pressure into play. Still have force up, so sure, take all the snaps. He has one more turn until Teferi goes to ultimate. Just one fetch out of the way. Can fetch here again. Sure, breeding pool, why not? Take our Teferi value with us, all we can. So here comes a giant, that's fine. Can have that. Ashiok is still in play, then he gives him haste, then we snap path it, and that's that. Let's see his Surgical, but we still have another force in hand, so yep, got it. Good start. Well, having more snaps makes us more graveyard dependent, but I don't think it's a big deal game 1. Might need more win conditions in game 2 actually. Hoping there on our planeswalkers, but that's how it is. Mediocre hand again, but always hoping that it pans out. Hopefully not Basic Mountain Goblin Guide or Swift Spear. Basic Swarm Swordseize, so takes either Narset or the Uro, I guess. Probably Narset. Narset is good in these mirrors because she stops other Uros from getting value. So it's Junt. Could be in Renin 6. No, can't be. I don't think I care about Goyf right now. It's not worth it killing my own land. Now I kind of want to play the Uro out. Let's do it like this. Maybe we draw a path here. Hope he doesn't have a Scavenging Ooze. We don't. We have drawn a lot of lands. We can play the Uro, but our graveyard is not big enough to do so. Okay, still have a lot of good draws in our deck. Can take one counter. Probably the Mana Leak now. Fills our graveyard at least. With the fetch land, we have already 4 cards in the bin. With Field of Ruin, we can cast Uro in not the next turn, but the following turn. That could be good. So I guess we play the fetch here. And it's literally only our only real play we have at this point. Holding tightly on this Mana Leak now. So we take 5 more, I guess. But then the Goyf will shrink because we eat our graveyard. This will cut the card 4. If he doesn't play anything, then that would be annoying. Still need only one path to Exile to deal with this. Would be here. Yeah, Renin 6. Got to stop that. Let's grab another island. This can be our second white source. And now we can play Uro out. We'll probably die, but maybe it draws us a path or something. Oh. So green, green, blue, blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everything out of the grave. The Goyf is small again. Give me a blue card. Protect against Liliana. Here, maybe good enough. It will hurt to pitch the Jace, but keeping the Uro here in play is pretty good. Croxa, I don't care about that. You can have our snow-covered forest, I guess. Here you go. Oh. Keep my Uro. Croxa plus Fatal Push is a neat line. Do we have a second one? Please don't. Could have a lightning bolt here. So I don't think I will block. I will just attack. Okay. Do we care about drawing this? I don't think so. Oh man. Why do I only draw lands? That really hurts. This will be now the lightning bolt. At least the Goyf will die. Maybe I should have fetched the Force, because now he can Fatal Push again. But he could have done this in his turn anyway, so here maybe I should have gotten the Force of Negation. Well, I want this to discard to the Croxa to enable Uro again. Still hoping for anything beside lands. I mean, we only had a few spells this game. So yeah, let's wait one more turn. Oh, come on, deck. This is so fucking unbelievable. Draw like 8 lands in a row. I don't find a single cantrip, a single path to exile, or any removal whatsoever. Yeah, can have that. Take 9 here. If he has Bloodbraid, we are dead. And of course he has it. So my only mistake was not top decking this Force of Negation again. Or not drawing anything good besides land. Can decide on that. Hopefully it gets better after post-board. Not a fan of Mana Leak, to be honest. Not a fan of Force. This is good against Ren 6. I like Detention Sphere for that reason. So this should increase our top deck, our good top decks. Again, a pretty awkward hand, no white source here. Hoping this time for any good white source whatsoever. Still don't like to take mulligans here. Comes the discard again. There goes the Teferi. Astrolabe is at least a white source. Okay, double snap, path to exile. Can't be a Ren 6 at least. Maybe again like a Tarmogoyf. Croxa. Okay. Got it. I'm a fan of Croxa and Junt, honestly. I think it's too weak on average. Needs Veil of Summer would have been a good draw. Can't use Cryptic here. Don't have any cantrips. Could path my own snap here to make the next land drop, but it's okay. And this is again really awkward. Seems like I am outdrawn or outplayed. However you want to see it. Tick far too slow here. Yeah, sure. Well, running more cantrips. Don't draw anything. Sure. Now you can take the path. Snap doesn't do anything. Takes the Snapcaster Mage, that is awkward. Well, wants to protect his Ashiok, I guess. Yeah, then we draw the fetch land as expected. Of course, that was the case. Man, I'm kind of salty again. I shouldn't play this game anymore. Makes me so angry sometimes. Oh, it's my own fault, right? Playing these clunky decks, so can't complain that much. Still hoping maybe for an untapped land or Celestial Purge. Well, still can't play the Cryptic, but at least we can still play the path. Here comes the Croxar, making us discard one Cryptic. Still don't have drawn any of these 3 Veto Summers. You pack them in the deck to draw them in these matchups, but I never draw them when I need them. I could have used them against 2 Inquisitions, the Croxar or the Ashiok even. Just to draw a card. What are you thinking? Play the stupid Croxar, make me discard my Cryptic and just call it a day? Any other line seems weaker. Is he afraid of giving us the stuff for Uro? I mean, he's still the Ashiok, so... I don't understand this. Blood Moon. Man, this guy is going deep. Should have kept this in hand. Okay, we have drawn Ancient Explosives. Do I want the Cryptic then? Yeah, probably. Still in for Cryptic at this point, but we can't. K command, boil. Yeah. Still think I lost this because in the first game I've really drawn only lands, so that was more like the game decider. A lot of counter spells in the hand. Again, the Deprive and the opener. The double temple or something. Expedition map. Second Eldrazi temple. Nope. So meta reshaper. Sure. Scavenger grounds, okay. Chalice, okay. That's annoying. Do I destroy the temple here? Maybe. Let's destroy this temple. Get ourselves this island. This can fetch Mystic Sanctuary if he taps out. So for now we can't care about Chalice, I think. Don't have the tools to care about that. We need to keep the battlefield clean. We have several answers. This can fetch Cavern of Souls, but it's not like I can do much here. Don't like depriving it, don't like mana leak. Okay, just another temple. I think now it's fine to mana leak. Ship the turn back. Endbringer, so we can Supreme Verdict and Deprive next turn, so I think that's okay by me. So we draw 2 cards here while it's good. Fetch Mystic Sanctuary. The Archmage Shroud back on top. Draw into it. Go into our turn. Shock this in. Look like this. Ship the turn back. So we have Deprive open. Then we untap with Cryptics and Archmage Charm. I think he should have gone with Cavern of Souls. Can only really play one Eldrazi here. It's a Smasher. Pick this up. this back. Shoot the turn back. He still can't double spell really. At least not Sword Not Seers and stuff like that, so. Yeah, if he continues to do nothing, we just draw more cards. One more land drop to safely Jace, I think. Yeah, let's wait for one more turn, I guess. Let's see what he's doing. Then we play Jace with full mana. Now we could double Thought Knot. Let's counter draw this. This was an unfortunate draw. Now I can't bait this Scavenging Grounds out. Oh well. Maybe I can do it now. I still have it in hand, so might want to crack this now. He does. Okay. This takes one land drop away. Let's play the Jace. Let's brainstorm. Yeah, this is fine, I guess. So we have Cryptic with Force. Or Double Path. Karn. Walking Ballista for one, sure. Shoot the Jace once. Good. Let's brainstorm. Found the Uro. Anti-conceits, okay. Still don't have any good sideboard cards for Eldrazi's. Besides one Explosives to deal with Cavern, Chalice, but we now have Detention Sphere to do this too, so I don't really see any sideboard card here I want, so we just rerun it. No boarding needed. Our Junt opponent was really going deep. Blood Moon. Boil. Oh man. Bloodbraid Croxer. That is a slow hand again. Teferi can bounce Chalice or something. At least we have the land drops. Slow grindy hand. That's what our deck does. Here comes the Cavern of Souls. Or Tron actually. Yep, it's Tron. So nothing I can do against this, unfortunately. Nothing I can do here. Well, Mana Leak was maybe a good draw, but it can't stop Karn. So here they have that Tron start. Can't stop Thought Knots here. can't stop Karn. Next turn he can go for coating. And even more mana. Uh-oh, that's not good. Well, if I Teferi here and bounce something, we still have to deal with the coating, which is not really possible. I don't have any counters here. Narset, I don't know what she can find. Maybe a force would be okay. Let's try to go for a force, I suppose. But he can have Thought-Knots here too. So, not sure that is good enough. Okay. So he has a Tron piece anyways. Comes the Smasher. Kills the Narset. Still need a way to deal with this Karn. Just the Sorknot. Chalice for 2. Chalice for 2, just against Snapcaster Mage. Don't think I'm allowed to care about this. Land drop or something. Now he can't get liquid metal coating anymore. So Sky Sovereign can deal with that. So we found the 4th land drop. We can Teferi now. Bounce this maybe. Can also Supreme Verdict here. But we can do that the following turn with instant speed. I like that a little bit more. Breaking up Tron here doesn't seem that great. Now let's go with this. Stall a little bit here. Found the next land drop. He will plus the Karn. Now we can't counter the Smasher anymore. Okay. This kills the Teferi, but we can kill it with the Supreme Verdict then. Okay, so yeah, this happens. So I think we save the path for one more turn, let the Teferi die, just Supreme Verdict here. Doesn't play the ship out. Now we can cash in the Karn and just +1 it again. Okay. Next turn I can Jace with Path up and maybe even Force up. If he cashes this in now for something else. No, he doesn't. Okay. He ships the turn back. Well then. Probably we draw a fetch land for another blue-white source. This is also fine. Let's Jace. Let's brainstorm. Don't think Mana Leak is that good, but I want to hide this second path, I guess. We can pitch the... Actually, we can pitch the Mana Leak to Force of Negation. So let's kind of do it like that. Put that into play, tapped and ship the turn back. He has infinite mana at this point. What is this? Another Reality Smasher maybe. Kind of have to protect the Jace. There's no way around it. I can't force anymore, and he has a lot of mana, so if he goes for Walking Ballista here, we are kind of dead. So in the end, the Khan won, I guess. Yep, and he goes for Walking Ballista. I mean, we can still kill it, but it will kill the Jace. And the Khan is still on the battlefield. Two, three, four, 6, 7. Takes the mana, makes sense. Well then, we can't draw Snapcaster Mages, but that's about it. Yeah. He's drawing more gas on average, I guess. This Karn is still an issue. Yeah, it's kind of over. Still think I don't want anything out of my sideboard. Oh, what happened? Somehow my hand is pretty big. Yeah, this is fine. Removal, a counter, and a cantrip, though the removal is not that good against Thought-Knots here. But we have also Field of Ruin to break up Tron or Cavern of Souls. And he has taken a mulligan to 5, wow. Could be like Tron again. This time we are on the play, so... Don't need more lands. Yeah, so he has Tron again. We have to break it up, he can play Thought-Knot then. The Cryptic Force and then Cryptic up. It's maybe the best call. Yeah, let's take it for now. also have a mana leak, so let's wait on what he's fetching. For nothing. But then I don't have to crack the field here right now. Because if he cracks it now, can't really use the mana. I wonder why he didn't crack it. Okay, now you only have 3 mana. Now I will totally kill this cavern. Untap with Cryptic. Mindstone. You can still crack that, but okay. Have your Mindstone. Have your Mindstone then. Let's get rid of this. We can still break up Tron and hold up Mana Leak, which is still good enough. Does nothing again, okay. Let's go for the mine. Sure, but you still waste 1 mana in your own upkeep, so why don't you crack this map? I don't understand it. Now he doesn't even use the mana to use the map, so I'm kind of confused. Maybe it makes sense for you guys, but I'm confused. So he has a power plant. Next turn he will have Tron, but no cavern anymore. So I think we cash Mana Leak in here. Hold up Veto. Cryptic for the next turn. It's only then 3 cards in hand. Okay, he played another land. Okay, you do you. Now we can veto Snap Opt. Goes for Khan Planeswalker. If he goes for this, I think just let it happen and boost it. It's fine. Some more land drops here, maybe Uro. No, I don't think so. This is also a good draw. And he can replay it, but yeah, I still want to protect me a little bit against the Smasher here. Let's do that. Okay, now he goes for Tron. Okay. So 2 cards in hand. What will it be? 2 mana. Chalice for 1. Chalice for 1 is okay. We have the Cryptic to bounce it eventually. So, what's the next play? Walking Ballista. Yeah, then let's counter draw here. And it stops our Astrolabe, so it's kind of annoying. So, I mean, if he rips a Smasher or Karn, that's good, but we still have stuff on the board, so I guess we bounce this now to try to hit a land drop. Force is also okay. Okay, then ship the turn back. He draws, so Chalice and 2 unknowns. He has all the mana in the world. More mana, Chalice, 1 unknown. That is annoying, but well, if we path it now, we can't stop the Chalice anymore, and we still have a Supreme Verdict to deal with this, so I think we let that happen for now. Because we can find more interaction with the Narset and the Astrolabe. We still have Supreme Verdict, if nothing else. Force up against bad Planeswalkers and stuff. If he goes for the Veto now, we can still path and force the Chalice. With Supreme Verdict then, I guess. Now with this as a second green source, we can actually go for Uro if you find it. So we can decide on taking the Veto. Then we have to pitch the Force to get rid of the Chalice, and that's what he decides to do. He's banking on that we don't find more counter spells for his Planeswalkers. With Narset in play, there's always a good chance. We path first, so we may find something else to pitch, because Supreme Verdict can have instant speed. Flooded Strand, sure, okay. Let's do it like this. That's the play you have decided for. Find another force, so we can also put Cryptic on top. Just do this for now. Still play out the Narset. Now we have at least a guaranteed blue card. We can also go for Path to Exile. I don't think we need the Jace right now. This way we have interaction against everything. Okay. This can race away these Planeswalkers, unfortunately. Narset. Archmage Charm is not bad. Lose 2 Planeswalkers, but still not dead. He should have put counters onto this, because I mean, well, we just redraw the Jace or another one. I make a quick break, I eat something, and then we see us back for the last 2 matches. So here we go for the 4th match. Yeah, it's okay hand. Hopefully Path to Exile will have some text here. Don't have to fetch right away for Reading Pool or something like that, since we don't run Ice-fang, I guess. You could also lead with Flooded Strand into Hallowed Fountain, in case you play against Burn or something, but in this case we can still grab basic, I guess. Yeah, let's go with the Flooded Strand for now. I'm not in a hurry here, I think. It's Urza's Tower again. This time it's Big Tron, so Path can be okay against Wormcoil, but that's about it. So we have to find more counter spells and Field of Ruins. Well, Snapcaster Mage can reuse Opt on turn 3, but I think that is too slow here. Need something else. But I don't draw anything. That's good in this matchup right now, at least. I guess if he goes with Forest, we have one more turn here. Don't think we pitch the Force to the Teferi right now. Yeah, to let him have it. But I think the matchup is not bad overall. Maybe after board when they bring in Whale of Summer and Friends, then it becomes more ugly. That's maybe a reason to keep Teferi in, actually. And while I like Uro, I think they also bring in relics, so that makes him kind of awkward in this matchup. Khan the Great Creator, okay. Does he have Natural Tron? No, but still one turn off. We can bounce the map maybe. This way we waste at least one mana of him. Let's go Breeding Pool. We draw the snap anyways. I could snap up now. It's also a line we can take. He will crack the map. Rapidtron Priest and has 2 mana, so the question is Teferi better than Snap Opt here? If we bounce this, I think it has more upside, because then he has to replay it, and maybe he doesn't have Natural Tron. So could buy us more time. But he has Natural Tron anyways. Well, at least we can pitch the Detention Sphere now. Then we need to wait to deal with this Karn. So, need a Cryptic now or something. Not playing the Teferi would have enabled Hardcast Force, then we keep the Detention Sphere, but I don't like the Detention Sphere in this matchup, because it's awkward against Oblivion Stone. So here comes the stupid card. Like, he has probably 7 cards that are only bombs. Thought Seer. Karn, okay. So many counters, but we don't draw them. We need the snap to pressure this. He can still go for coating here. Yep, can't deal with this. Can still has 6 mana, come on. What is up here? And an Oblivion Stone. Oh well. Okay. Okay. Maybe I should have snapped opted in response to the Khan to try to hit another force, but there's no blue card to pitch, so there's no use in doing that. Can break up Tron now, but I don't think that matters anymore. I need blue mana, in my opinion. I mean, maybe it's good enough to break it up. Then he has to rebuild. He can only kill one land. He can't crack this anymore, I think. Unless he hits another land drop. Let's try it out. I need more blue sources anyways against this. Can also hold up Snap Force, but I don't think that is the line here. Can at least kill the Khan in the following turn, so this way we are not run out by blue cards. I hope I hit the right Tron land. Since he has natural Tron, it is hard to tell. Can cycle the star now, of course. He doesn't. Interesting. He can kill the white source now too. Sure. Okay. Got your Stone Rain going. Can play... not in Worm Coil right now. We still have the second white. Can attack here, hold up Snap Force for the next turn. Let's see. Can rebuild Tron here. Probably, because that's what the deck does. It literally consists of this. So yeah, here comes the Scrying. I can't prevent that. Then he has Tron again. Field of Ruin doesn't stop this deck at all. So what's the next play? Another big Karn. Bomb Coil. Nothing. Can't kill. He can only kill the Snap with this Oblivion Stone, so. Okay, he lets it die. Sure. Let's ship the turn back. Keep this in hand in case he has another Stone Rain on this. Maybe he wants to keep the coating and puts a fate counter on it. Can be the case. Yep. So 10, 11 mana. Can be a lot of these cards. Please play some Worm Coil engines. At least I can deal with Worm Coils. And he's in the tank. Didn't expect Tron to have so much different lines. Here it comes, second creator. He can still have a big Karn. So, yeah, kind of forced to force this. Forced to force. Else he keeps working on my lands. This goes to 6, so it's too difficult to deal with. Can only hope he doesn't have a big Karn here, or Ulamog or something. 8 mana, Eugen. And that... Now he brings in Veil of Summer, so it will be even harder to deal with his stuff. But I don't think I like bringing in Aether Gust just because of that. So not a fan of Supreme Verdict, actually. Not a fan of Detention Sphere. It's too awkward to keep on the battlefield. Maybe Ashiok is fine on the play. Maybe Aether Gust is fine to deal with his Veil of Summers and Thragtusk and whatnot. They bring the stuff in. So maybe like this. Yeah, at least we can break up Tron for good. Then he has to play like a weird mid-range deck, which they can do with Karn and friends, but... Do you have natural Tron again? Yeah, probably. Let's go with Breeding Pool, because I will take this into basic planes to have path up. Don't need the Jace right now. This was also fine. Take a lot of damage here, but still. I think I go for the mine instead of the power plant. Don't think he can play anything scary with 3 mana. So getting the island seems okay. We can still Narset and Path next turn. Let's see if he has Veil of Summer. He doesn't have it in hand. He had the power plant in hand, so made the wrong decision. Of course. World Breaker and 3 Veil of Summer. That's what I was expecting. I think Surgical still doesn't show the cards MTGO, so yeah, they're not in the revealed zone. Shows us his deck, so he has Relic, that's why I brought out the Urus. He has Veil of Summer, but not in his hand. And his hand is kind of crappy right now. It's doing literally nothing. There is the Stirrings. So I think I'm fine with playing Narset next turn. Unless he hits 4 mana Karn here, but I don't have anything against that, so still go with the Narset and try to find more counter spells. Relic, okay. Still annoying because we have so much Snapcasters. Only hope he doesn't rip 4 mana Karn. How many does he have? 4. Oh, that's a lot. Could hold up Archmage Charm here. But I think it's 2 redraws. I think getting the Narset in play has the most upside here. Maybe it can find us a force. Or she. Time Raveler, Mana Leak. Yeah, I think Mana Leak is still good. Because he's tight on mana, so it has some value. He has to crack it now and try to rip that 4 mana Karn. Just hitting more land drops. Still 8 cards. Narset makes up for the cast disadvantage with our Surgical. And it stops his cantrips. And he rips the Karn. Of course he does. It doesn't even plus it. Fuck it. Ashiok, you don't stop that at all. Don't stop that at all. Let's try to the land drop lucky, so I think I still play the Ashiok out next turn. Played another tower and the forests. Already has 5 mana and it fixes in the hand, I guess. Here comes the stupid coating again. Watch him have Whale of Summer too, and then I can concede. Ludicrous. Whale of Summer me. Yeah, of course. I mean, you see his hand, and you can exactly see what he draws. He draws exactly Karn into Whale of Summer. These are draws where you just want to quit this game forever. Now I can't deal with this anymore. I will lose all my land drops. Unless I can kill the Karn here. So yeah. I don't comment this anymore. Just go to the next match and stop being salty. Narset didn't find the Force in 8 cards. So yeah. It's a shitty hand. God, okay. So for the last match we play against Glass Cannon Belcher new form deck. We have the Force in the hand, so unless he has a pact or something, we probably win here. Sure. So we're trying to fight Mana Leak and or any other counter. Yeah, second Force probably locks it up, so I don't do anything anymore, just hold up 2 Force of Negations and that's GG. Have all the time in the world. If we draw any other blue card, I can opt again. Not an interesting matchup, but that's how it goes. Turn back. This can make another blue, then this can get the opt back. Sure. What's this? Whale of Summer main deck, eh? Oh, force this. He has a channeler and something unknown. I'm not sure what it is. I'm not sure what it is. I'm sure he can't go off next turn, so let's just grab more forces and ship the turn back. Sure. Yes. I guess this protects us against his Force Pact of Negations. Don't need the Jaces that much, but I want to hold the blue count high. Guess you don't need the Astrolabes really. You also don't need the Path to Exiles. Maybe even Surgical is better than Path. Let's just try it like this. We have 2 forces. Hopefully that's good. I mean, at least 1 force, any blue card activates. Next forces, so he goes all in, well, can at least stop a turn 1 kill. Takes a mulligan. Okay, another card that says don't interact with me. Don't have the path to exiles for this shit, so can't interact anymore. And only draw lands. Only draw the lands, but at least he's far off from doing anything too. Maybe we hit an Ashiok here. No, just an Astrolabe. Third Force, that's what you want, but with this, he can silence you at any time, so that's where Ice-fang would be great. Need something to get rid of this. Snap doesn't fly, unfortunately. Some cards in hand. Go to 13. Still nothing I can do here. Just building land drops. And a leak. Not going to do anything. No use in going for more counters. I have to find a planeswalker or something. There's 8 cards in hand. Yeah. Okay. Can't interact, can't win. So, out of this, in with this. Okay, this is good. Keep this up, keep this up, keep this up, keep the opts up. I think we go with opt and dig for another land drop that comes into play untapped. Yes. Narset is also fine. That stops this combo. Taps out for something. That is. Okay. Don't have the snow covered basic for that. Okay. Cycling all the Metamorphosis. Okay. Is this our opening? Can still have Mystical Dispute. Do we wait? I don't think so. dispute me. Can dispute me anyways, so... Force... Ashiok, it's fine too. So he can't win unless he kills Narset, because Grizzlebrand can't draw in my turn. Okay. Doesn't have a mystical dispute, or else he would have used it, is my guess. Can Grizzlebrand in our turn? But yeah, can't beat Narset. Well, at least we never lose against this shit. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure at the end of the day which matchups you really improve if you cut Ice-fang Kotal. So it's probably not right to do so, even if it sucks against Lava Dart and was not that great lately. Yeah, we lost against a pretty good Tron draw, I guess. That was unfortunate in the second match. And against Junt, well, we got boiled again. If they run Boil and Choke, it becomes difficult for a Mystic Sanctuary deck because it plays so many islands, and if you keep in the counter spells, you have a hard time dealing with Bloodbraid Elf and stuff. Maybe you still have to leave in the counters against the Planeswalkers and just go and hope for the Whale of Summers, I'm not sure. But Boil is hard to beat, because at one point in the game you will tap out and then they get you. And keeping in Force is not something I want to do against the Junt deck, to be honest. Well, so be it. Yeah, so another 3-2 with Bant. Doesn't matter if you run Ice-fang or not, I guess. Can at least 3-2. But the main issue we had, despite the opponent drawing nuts and we not, is dealing with Planeswalkers that are resolved. Tried out some Detention Sphere, that was good. That could potentially be a deal with the Planeswalkers, though guess I only could have found it against Tron, and there they had Oblivion Stone, so not that great in that matchup. And Junt has Abrupt Decays and stuff, but not that many actually. It's only 1 or 2 in the deck, so it's not that likely that they can deal with the Detention Sphere, and then you can take away a Renin 6 or what have you. Narset was there to stop their other Uros and stuff. She was good in some games. I think it's fine as a one-off, but can't Sanctuary her. Though you can Sanctuary the spell she finds, so I think 1 is fine. Now, if we want to address the problems that the Bant deck really has, you would need Lightning Bolt to deal with the aggressive decks a little bit easier. You have then Snap Bolt, Snap Bolt to deal with Planeswalkers. You increase the clock, so Bolt could help. But then you are playing 4-color, and you could do this with Astrolabe for mainly Whale of Summer in the sideboard. There is this guy named Brainstorm69 or something. He's posting Jeskai results over and over and over again on MTGO. You can find it in Goldfish. I think he has 7 5-0s by now. And he is playing Jeskai, a typical Jeskai list with 4 Bolt, 4 Path, 2 Helix. No Uro in the main deck, and here still 2 Sanctuaries, several counter spells, the same finishers as this deck does, kind of, right now. But then in the sideboard, he also runs here this package here with 4 Astrolabes and some cantrips. And I think the bowls are like these slots, like this. And he doesn't run the Supreme Verdicts actually and exchanges this for something else. I guess maybe we can build this quickly. Where is my red control? So he doesn't run any colonnades, he still runs this fetchland package, 2 steam vents, no sulfur falls, 2 hallowed fountains, 2 mystic sanctuaries in this deck, and I think some more basics. I would have to look that up now, but let's just say these are snow basics here. I don't know the exact numbers. There's also one breeding pool actually. So like breeding pool, this, and then I think like this somehow. Only 2 helix. Don't need more because you have a Mystic Sanctuary, you don't need more than 2 anymore. That makes sense. Like going for lightning bolts. There it is. So the 4th lightning bolt is still run this Planeswalker package, though you run it like this because Teferi is better in Jeskai because your spell suite is cheaper, so you can untap on average with Teferi and hold up interaction. There are no Supreme Verdicts in the deck actually, but there are Archmage Charms. I think 1. Then you run Logic Knots. I'm not sure if you want Spell Snare. But then you also have the Astrolabe, so it looks kind of like this. So you have a lot of spot removal, but I'm not sure if I like this configuration, to be honest. Don't like Spell Snare, so this will probably like a Dovin's Veto or something. Just to have more 2-mana spells. I think it's better actually if this is a mana leak, because you need more 2-mana counters to deal with a fast Titan. You still need the Force against these Griselbrand decks and stuff. Can maybe also cut the Narset if you want to and go a little bit lower, but you can see that you have a lot of 1-mana spells right here. So Chalice of the Void will wreck us. Lightning Bolt is not good against Eldrazi. I don't like it that much against Death Shadow, at least not against good Death Shadow players. You can run Rest in Peace kind of with this deck. I guess you still run Mystical Dispute or something. You run some kind of Sweeper in the sideboard, I guess. Still the Ashioks against Titan, or let's just say these are 2 Titan slots. I don't know, you can Astrolabe and Red maybe even run Blood Moon or Magus of the Moon. Let's just say these 2 slots are for Ashiok. Not a fan of Rest in Peace because you have Logic Knot, Snap, and Mystic Sanctuary still. So probably just again the 2 Surgicals. Not sure if you need 2 Celestial Purges now that you have bolts to deal with the Planeswalkers. So you still fit in 2 Whale of Summers, I guess. Aether Gust. And then maybe a few life gain cards, because 2 Helix is maybe still too low. But if this is kind of the deck, whatever, maybe 1-2 sideboard cards you can switch around. Well, the main issue you solve is dealing with Planeswalkers then, with here these burn cards. You can play a little bit quicker, but I don't like this style of deck against Ice-fang Kotls, because your removal sucks against that, kind of. I mean, you can deal more easily with their Planeswalkers, so that is an upside. Like if you play against the Bant deck, You have to stop an Uro, but that shouldn't be an issue if you don't get outgrinded by their Mystic Sanctuaries. If you draw yours and go off with these Archmage Charms, that's also good. But, well, the thing is, okay, you improve your chances against other Planeswalkers, but what matchups are you improving over the Bant version? That is the question. You improve Burn, any other Vile deck, I guess, but these can still be tough if you don't draw your removal suit. Yeah, because you don't have any mass removal right now in the deck. Sometimes humans is so fast that they still outdraw your removal. Maybe you cut one opt, because 8 cantrips is a little bit over the top, I think. Then you have still one slot you can use. Maybe you can squeeze in a few Supreme Verdicts. But I'm unsure if this really improves your matchups overall. I mean, we died several times against 4-mana Karn now, and Bolt helps definitely against this. But keeping Bolt in against Eldrazi Tron is also not the greatest, to be honest. Can keep Enlightening Helix maybe to use it as a life buffer and have something you can play out through Chalice of the Void, but it can't kill Smasher, it can't kill Thought-Knot Seer. Trading this with Meta Reshaper is awkward, so it's tough. It's tough. Not sure, maybe you have just to accept that with the Bant version that you sometimes just draw crap because you have only these 8 redraws with Ice-fang and Arcum's Astrolabe where you can't control what you draw. So you're kind of hoping that you don't flood out in some shape or form, that you draw the right cards for the right situation until you get a solid grip into the game, and then you will kind of outgrind the opponent because you have all these high-powered cards. You have to accept that you don't have that much spot removal against any other Vile deck, so they will wreck you. Doesn't matter if you have Uro or Ice-fang. In my experience, a fast human start will always dump you. Stoneforge Mystic decks are an issue. I think that is something you improve with Bolt. You can deal more easily with these cheap value 2-drops. Dark Confident is also more easy to deal with. But you trade the power of Ice-fang in matchups like Death Shadow and Eldrazi Tron, where it's really good, and even in the mirror you can just dump it onto the battlefield as a 1-1 that draws you a card, and if the opponent kills it, that's card advantage for you. Unless he has something like, is it Static Caster that, yeah, the opponent used against us, but yeah, not sure. Not sure. I mean, we have beaten the aggressive decks. It's not like we always lost to them, especially with the Kor Firewalkers in the sideboard. We have beaten the Prowess deck, I think, the last 2 times, or even 3 times. So, while you suck game 1 because of the Ice-fang, because Ice-fang is not good against Lava Dart, after boarding, when you bring in these 6, maybe 7 cards, if you run another Kor Firewalker, you have a chance. It's not unwinnable. You still have a kind of good dredge matchup between Uro to gain your life back, and Surgical and Ashiok to stall, I guess. And other pilots still have good success, so maybe I didn't run that well. I mean, I made mistakes, it's not like that. Some viewers pointed out some good lines I could have taken, so there's still room for improvement. So maybe I just have to suck up the bad streak, suck up my losses, my bad plays, and maybe sometimes the bad luck, and hope to rip some Whale of Summers against Junt in the future. That's maybe the case. Maybe the sideboard can be improved, but I like it overall. As long as Titan is in the matter, I still like Aether Gust. I mean, against Urza, I'm still of the opinion that I have run unlucky. Maybe you don't need this Mystical Dispute and can play something else there. It helps against Junt, though I'm not sure what if they play Boil. Because then I have to think about how I will approach this matchup. Yeah, but anyways, that's it for now. Let's just see how the meta develops. I mean, soon there will be a new set, right? There's also Pro Tour around the corner. We will see how it goes. Right now, I'm still playing Control. I mean, I had also fun with my Miracles deck. But guess that's not the Miracles deck I played. I think this is outdated version from 2018 or something. I think I can delete it. Mystic Miracles was the deck I liked. At least here you can dump the other Vile decks if you draw the Terminus. And even if you don't draw it after postboard, you even have some more Supreme Verdicts. I built this deck specifically to dump on humans and stuff where they beat us kind of badly. So, but this deck doesn't have life gain in the main deck besides of Elspeth, so the very aggressive matchups are still not that good. That's why there are 3 Firewalker on the sideboard though. Can be good against Junt, but I don't think that the creatures of Junt are the main concern. It's more like Ren and 6 plus Liliana. I don't think you need this Ashiok in the main deck, maybe. So you could run another life gain card, like Timely Reinforcements, or even a Narset could also be fine. Maybe you don't need this, so could also play something else. I still like this Miracles version. Terminus is also great against Eldrazi's, of course. Yeah. Against Titan, you have a lot of outs against Field of the Dead, so that matchups comes mostly down to them having Primeval Titan or not, like always on turn 2 or 3, and if you have the 2-mana counter, and I guess this version only has 2 outs there until it hits Archmage's Charm. But maybe that's fine, because the matchup shouldn't change that much compared to the Bant version, actually. Because you still have Aether Gust and Ashiok. Yeah. And this version can actually play Rest in Peace, which I don't hate in this meta. But what it doesn't run is Whale of Summer, and I still think that Whale of Summer is one of the most annoying cards in the meta right now. Everyone plays it or finds a reason to splash green for something like this. Just check the sideboards of most decks that are in the meta. Will find Whale of Summer so often and in so huge numbers. It's really tough to beat. And yeah, this deck can't run Whale of Summer, so will lose percentages in the mirror or in the Bant matchup, because it's prevalent. You will face Bant, I think, in higher competitions. Your counters don't match up that good in the mirror. At least not Sensor and I guess Mana League have all these slots here that you want to bring out in the mirror match. But this sideboard only has 2 Mystical Disputes, and then probably the Aether Gust because you need a way to deal with Veil of Summer, but then you still have these 5 slots, and yeah, you can bring in the Ashioks, but still kind of crappy. Whereas with the Bant deck, I mean, if you draw the right half, bringing 3 Veil of Summer in can really destroy any discard or control deck if you can pair it with your Planeswalkers, so that's pretty strong. So I still like this deck because a little bit more because it can run 3 Veil of Summers, mainly because of this reason. I hate this card so much that I play it myself just to tilt other people and hopefully get it banned at some times, but yeah. Just enough rambling around. I hope you enjoyed this video and maybe even the new meta, though I don't think that much will change. The decks that won once upon a time, like Eldrazi Tron, Titan, Death Shadow, they will still be around in one shape or the other. They will just play whatever they played before, like Stirrings, or just Mind Stone, like the Eldrazi deck did. Amulet can also play Ancient Stirrings, so nothing really changes. They just put Ancient Stirrings in, so they have to pay 1 and can't grab a Titan anymore. It's a little nerf, but not a big nerf. And yeah, in fact, this can also be played like before, so nothing really changes. Anyways, have a great night. I have to go to sleep, have to work tomorrow, and see you next time. Bye bye.